I didn't really honestly think that we had a chance of coming out victorious in this game. I mean, we started strong and it got a little sketchy at the end, but hey, we'll take a W. It's nice to see the young guys playing good and the quarterback, I mean, he did what he needed to do. He got a dub. Let's look at some of the stats here. 373 yards gained. I mean, that's a really good game for a first game with this bad of a roster. I really think that scheme that we're using with having a lot of speed and a scrambling QB, I mean, Washington's not great either, but we definitely have a chance to upset some teams. Rushing, we did pretty good. They did better. We gave up a good bit. I think we need some defensive linemen down the road. We did pretty good passing the ball. Had a good bit of first downs. We were moving the ball a game. Turnovers, 1. I mean, it's expected. It's not too bad. Conversions, 2 fourth down conversions, and 6 third down conversions. That's pretty good. We did pretty good in the red zone, honestly. Red zone offensive percentage, 100%. We can't really ask for much better than that. Time of possession, 28 minutes. Right there. That's why we won the game. We had the ball more. Comes down to that. Let's look at some of the player stats. Irwin, I mean, he did pretty good. 92 passer rating. We'll take it. It's not bad. 301 yards. I didn't think he'd have 300 in his first game. That's really good. TD, he had a pick. I mean, we'll take that. Good performance. 70%. I mean, he was definitely 1 point. I think that's more to do with Washington. I think against some good teams, we're going to see a downfall in him. That's probably one of his better performances he's going to put up. But we'll see. Brissett didn't really do a whole lot against us, but he's not the greatest. He's okay. Rushing wise, they did what they wanted to do. Even Brissett, he ran for 34 against us. That was one of the reasons they almost won the game. I mean, our running, I wouldn't say that we had a great performance, but receiving wise, I had a feeling that he would be pretty good. 82 yards, a TD, it's not too bad. He had that 41 of them in 1 catch, but still, it's not a bad performance. Tight end didn't do too bad. I'm surprised McLaurin didn't do better. I think that's more to do with their QB though. Defensively, let's see. I was worried. I was going to say, how did we not have any tackles for loss? There we go. Franklin, nice. See, we got some young players that are definitely performing pretty well. Did we have any sacks that game? Yes, we did. Ivan Richards. Who had our pick? Cecil Evans. Kicking wise, everybody made their kicks. So on to the next week. Let's see. So we have scouting available now. We can look a little bit more into these guys. Let's look at some of these prospects. Some of these guys are definitely interesting, especially this top 5 prospect. I want to see where this goes. Beautiful spiral in all of his passes, so that's a good trait. See, I don't like the pressure. That can be definitely a big downfall. Obviously, we'll see a lot more down the line. See, now this guy here, I think I'm a little more interested in him, possibly, because I have 2 first rounders. I don't have to go QB necessarily. I could always, offensive line's tempting. I would definitely love to build the offensive line first. I feel like the offensive line is probably the hardest thing to build in Madden. That and maybe the defensive line, like having 2 good defensive ends. That's really important too. Getting pressure. Oh man, wait a second. He has the potential to be great to elite in 4 different stats. That is very interesting. He has an A awareness, A run block, A stamina, run block finesse, my bad. B, I mean, dude, if I end up with the first pick, I know quarterback's tempting. Imagine having this guy, man. I feel like this is the guy to watch. Yeah, I might add him to a favorite. Let's look through some of these players here. Struggles to find the ball. Ooh, that's not good. For a top 5 prospect. Now he has elite in a couple categories. I don't think I'm looking to this guy for a first pick if that's my first pick. I would definitely like to have someone that can play zone. I definitely like zone with Sim. It definitely covers more deficiencies when you have a team that's not that great. If you have really good cornerbacks, it's not a bad idea to run man, but when you have a team like this, I feel like zone's definitely the answer. Okay, so this guy's not a coverage guy. Looks like he's definitely a pass rusher. He has some pretty good stats too. His acceleration and strength are both great to elite. This guy could get after the quarterback, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he... Let's see with our other option. May as well give him a shot. Looks like this guy might be the same type of athlete. He has the speed and change of direction and everything as well. This guy's fast. I wouldn't mind... I want to see how he develops. What's our other QB options? Like deep accuracy and break sack A. That's not bad. Throw power. Looks like he has a quick release. He gets rid of the ball at the first sign of pressure. He avoids sacks. He does good in the pocket. Now it depends on how the offense does. If the scrambling style offense doesn't work for us this year, I think that this guy might be more the typical QB that we're looking for. I'm not a big fan of Zach Cooper. I really don't think that he's the answer. I think that he has some traits that are not desirable. See, now this guy, his stats are not too bad, but same thing, the pressure. Whenever they feel pressure too easily, that's when they make bad decisions, and that's when you get a lot of picks. And that's what we don't want, because that's how you lose games. Offensive line, definitely. I wouldn't mind elite for 4 different stats, possibly. Now, the strength's not great, but we can definitely build that. I'll keep him in mind. I know I said I was going to get 3 players, but I think I'm going to add 5. So let's get one more here. I honestly wouldn't mind building the offense. I feel like the offense is probably going to be pretty easy to build. So this guy's pretty fast. He has good deep route, catching traffic. Now, this would be a good option if he drops a little bit, which probably won't happen. Maybe not, because I don't think tight end's a good option to start building the team with. Now, this guy's a pass blocker. I wouldn't mind having a good pass blocker, honestly. I think we'll go with him. Okay, so we're playing against the Giants. They're not really a great team either. We actually kind of got lucky. The Commanders, they're, pretty subpar. Sorry, Commander fans. The Giants, same with the Giants, honestly. There's definitely better teams out there. So we have 3 players that have over 90. That's honestly going to be a problem. They have some pretty good skill, especially on offense. They have Saquon. He could really tear us apart, man. If the Commanders did what they did against us, then Saquon's definitely going to eat. Okay, so Danny Dimes, he's okay. Saquon's definitely going to have a game. Their receiver group really isn't the greatest. I think that I don't think they'll really have that great of a game against us. Waller's really good though. He could be a problem. Offensive line, no, they're really not that great. They have one good offensive lineman, but otherwise they don't really have any. Defensive line, they have a couple good players there. Good linebackers. Their cornerbacks are not too bad either. Their roster is very average. Okay, so let's look. We got 38 points. Let's go ahead and look at those and see what we want to do. So I wouldn't mind getting more after-school tutoring. I always feel like that's one of the better ways to just build pure players, but for now, we don't really have a lot of players that we're interested in developing other than just like a select couple. So I'm going to try to get the final piece first. So I'm going to build down this way. Linebackers are important, but I do believe that the defensive line is even more important. And I feel like if we don't have a good defensive line, that could be a downfall for our team. So I'm going to go ahead and close up and get these weekly strategies done and out of the way. Yeah, I always think about what they're going to do. Like, I'm obviously going to go with defend, outside run. Player health, I just kind of let it go because I turned fatigue down so the players don't get as fatigued throughout the year. Because every team kind of does the same thing, so I kind of like it to be the same way. But after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and start the game and Well, I'll see you guys after the game. I hope you have a great day. Ryu Sims out.